talking to Facebook this whole time
Oh, Lord have
and got
mercy.
the nerve to be on mute. I hate when it happens. How you doing?
I'm good. How you doing?
I'm doing good. Now, okay. I'm real good.
That's
And I'm
good.
so happy that you are here with us tonight.
I'm happy to be here.
I'm so happy.
I'm happy to be here. Y'all gotta forgive my background. I'm writing, so and I like to go outside to write, so I'm in my garage.
Are you writing this last book?
That book is already done, baby. It's gonna be out in November.
Oh, wait a minute. We ain't got there yet. Okay, so let's
Mhm.
start. I'm Shaquana, and I
Uh,
am your host of the Black Girl Book Club podcast. The Black Girl Book Club podcast. The Black Girl Book Club
Thank you.
podcast. Hey,
Stop
and
being
tonight,
nosy. I'm doing an interview. Bye.
baby, tonight we have the Lakaii Richardson, the writer, the woman behind the dysfunction of on the inside looking out, the inside wanting out, boundaries, and now we have rearranged. How are
Yeah.
you?
I'm doing good. I'm
Woo!
actually doing really good. Yes. How are
You
you?
are
Huh?
good. I am. I'm really good.
That's
I say
good.
I'm really good. Now, y'all, I got some new internet and it's doing me dirty. So I'm probably gonna be in and out of here. If I freeze up, okay, you're gonna have to take charge. But it
All right.
usually comes right back.
Okay.
It usually come right back. But you should still be on here if I get frozen. You just gotta go with it,
Okay.
right?
Got it.
So we talked. Um, when was that? 3 years
um,
ago in 2022.
we did. Yep, we sure did.
We talked in 2022. How have things been for you? You were very open, you were very transparent.
Mm-hmm.
The last time we spoke, how have you been doing since then?
Girl, my life is just dysfunction. To be perfectly honest with you, a lot has gone on. I took a break for a minute because I had to deal with some mental
Burger?
stuff on my own. I had to get my mind together.
Hmm.
Huh?
I
Oh,
hear you. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
oh, so I had to get my mind together. This year has been crazy. I lost two of my brothers back to back, really, one in February, one in
Oh,
July. I'm not in corporate anymore, so that's why I'm writing more. And yeah, like I think since I talked to you the last time, I got a little grandbaby. So yeah, I know.
I didn't know that. Congratulations.
Thank
I'm sorry
you.
to hear about your brothers. These last couple of years been like a little bit tough for a lot of people,
Mhm.
and dealing with family issues and just a lot of different things. But I am glad that you are continue to push ahead. I read all of your notes at the beginning of the books, and I loved, kind of loved, but it was kind of sad too to see, where you were when you wrote the books. In each book you were in a different place because it's been so long since you wrote all of them. So you transitioning and dealing with your things and just sharing that with your readers was eye-opening to see. And we've been talking a lot about how authors have lives outside of writing,
Yeah,
have
absolutely.
lives outside of bringing us books, and you shared that in the beginning of your books with us. So I'm
Hmm.
glad that you keep still writing and pushing on, and giving us that good dysfunctional reading.
Yeah, that keeps me, like I tell people all the time. Like I don't even have to be creative anymore. My life writes my books for themselves. Like I just wake up and just grab a computer and write everything that happens. So it's
So
crazy.
if we go back just a little bit, I know on the inside looking out was loosely based on your life.
Yeah, exactly.
Are
Hold on one
all
second.
of the books like that?
Yes, Harley, you can have that, please. Yes, all of them. So every single last thing that I write is loosely based. Is something that I have experienced or I've witnessed or just been in the midst of. So yeah, like all of them are very loosely. The boundaries is probably like the sick. So let me say, on the inside looking out is really my life story. Um, boundaries is probably the next one that's like the closest. And then the other ones was just my creativity, just to be able to continue the series.
Boundaries.
Yeah,
That book was crazy.
it was. It is. Like
I would have
seriously.
never thought that that would have been based on real stuff that happened to real people. Now, all of those things didn't happen to you,
No,
but
not me
you know
specifically,
that
but
they happened throughout.
yes. And some of it
Okay.
is stuff that I experienced as well. So it's just kind of like tidbits from just my journey.
Hmm. Do you does that make you feel better? Or are you ever like in a place where it's like, I don't want to share this much, this too much. I'm not trying to give the people all this.
Absolutely not. I used to be very like just keep everything in. I started
Mm.
writing seriously because I was in therapy. I think I told you that before. And my therapist was like, "What do you like to do?" I said, "Write." She was like, "Have you ever thought about creating a book based on your life?" And I said, "No, like I mean, whatever." So she said, "Well, do me an exercise and you write and that's your next assignment." So I wrote something and turned it in and she looked at me like, "Why wouldn't you like what's going on? Like seriously, this is some bestseller type stuff." So I was like, okay, I'm just gonna take it seriously. So at first, it was like my real true life, and I was like, okay, a lot of people just because I'm ready to deal with me, don't mean that a lot of people are ready to see themselves or deal with themselves. And so I created characters around my own story and made it fiction. But so after I got out of my own way, and like the first book, it ruined a lot of relationships because a lot of people saw themselves. They didn't like they're true from my point of view. Um, I backed off of writing for a little while after then because I felt like I hurt people. But then I had to get to a place where I understood, like, it's not like I was lying about anything, but you just don't want to hear my truth. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is my experiences. And once I got over that and got the stragglers out of the way, it is what it is. So to answer your question,
Did
absolutely.
anyone ever because on the inside looking out, like the people that were in your life, from the people who was in your home, your mother, like those things that anybody really what happened.
You broke up a lot, then, and I wasn't even able to put it all together. So repeat yourself. I'm sorry.
I said, did anybody ever take accountability?
Absolutely. Some people, the main person, like my mom, she still won't take accountability. I have just grown to know that hey, it's just certain things she can't deal with. She still hasn't even made it through the book. Like it's on audio. I've given it to her. Unfortunately, my mom is legally blind. When I wrote the book, she wasn't, but she wouldn't read it because family members and stuff told her some of the things that was said in it. So she didn't want to read it. And then unfortunately, like I said, she had a stroke. She ended up being legally blind, but by this time it's on audio. So I was like, I really just want to share it with you. You know what I'm saying? So we can heal, we can deal with some stuff. That thing ain't listen to nothing. You know? So it's just it's that's the main person I probably would want to take accountability. But like my baby daddy and all of those people, yeah, they like, wow, you just gonna put me out there like that. But it was almost like a comical kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? They weren't
It
really
was
serious.
good though. You
Yeah.
did them good. I mean, like that. If it was Ryan, if
Yeah.
it was your baby daddy, he was an L boy. But still, I mean, like you did him justice. I don't know how I would feel if somebody wrote a book about their experience from their eyes, right?
Hmm. Hmm.
Which I mean, like you can't dodge beating somebody up or like mistreating them, but like to hear someone talk about me from their experience, I wonder how I would be able to take it, because
I'm
I ain't
sure.
all good.
Exactly. And I'm sure it's probably like I wanted the same thing, but here's the thing. If you don't like the way your truth sounds, then you gotta just change it. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, can't nobody accuse me of lying. You know what I'm saying? This is what you
I
did.
mean, your
So
truth is one thing,
yeah,
right? But then their truth is another,
absolutely. Absolutely.
right?
And this is 100% true. And I think I went back and forth with a couple of people, like, come on now, like, seriously, you got to admit that this is, you know what I'm saying? And like I say, for the most part, other than my mama, everybody was like, okay, you did it. It is what it is. I got to accept that. We talked through it. It moved on. You know what I'm saying? But
Mhm.
a lot of people not able to do that. You know what I'm saying? You have to be ready and willing. So I can only imagine, depending on what part of my life somebody would write about, I probably would be cringing too. You know what I mean? Like, seriously.
But then you got to be in a place. So book one, if you all remember, that was the beginning. On the inside looking out. I finally got the name together, girl. After 3 years, I finally got it together because we was trying to call that everything but that. That started everything, and it
Mhm.
started with infidelity. Um, we got to get into this whole fixing the baby because in my head I was like, there's no way. I remembered our first conversation
Mhm.
and how you said it was based on true stories, yada yada yada. But I'm like, ain't no way that this is real, right?
Mm,
So are all the women, let's start here, all the women in boundaries, are
mm.
those real people, or those characters based off one person, or those all different people?
Um, it's probably based off maybe four different people as opposed to all the women that's there. Yeah.
Okay. Did somebody really fake a pregnancy?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Like that whole situation was like it was like my baby daddy. It's funny because at that time, of course, I'm young and he was with cheating all the time. He was with this chick and she ended up saying that she was pregnant. And the whole time she really wasn't. We didn't find out that until later, you know what I'm saying? But she was pretending to be pregnant, and her sister or cousin, I can't really remember who it was, but somebody worked at like a gynecology office and went out of their way to create ultrasound pictures for him. So they went on with this story for a long time, and me and him was just into it, and it's just this whole thing. Should have broke up. We should have. I should have. You know what I'm saying? But we didn't. I was young. I just felt like, you know how you young and you in love and you just, I was just trying to hold on by any means necessary. But that literally is based off of real stuff. Like it's not really much in there that you can say, hey, did this really happen? Yeah, it really did.
So in this series, y'all, if you haven't read it, there is this clinic, this gynecology office, and they are fixing DNA tests, pregnancy tests, and that kind of thing. That's crazy because just like you keep saying, what ended up happening with Tia and Quentin and all of that, that does happen in real life.
It
And it
does.
happens to people in real life. Like, and you
Mhm.
cannot play with people's lives like that,
You cannot at all.
right?
Now that I'm gonna be honest, that was a stretch.
That
That
is
was just how
crazy.
it would have ended. Nobody has lost their lives for real. Um, but you get close enough to it, you know what I'm saying? Like in my mind, it was just like if this actually would have carried on, how could this end? You know what I mean? And so that's where that came from. So that was more of a creative thing. Nobody did pass away, but the whole showing up, creating the whole picture, telling this whole story. You got pregnancy tests, you got all this type of stuff proving and it was never even a baby. Like that's you got to be another level of crazy to even do that. But at the same time, it was what I experienced.
Dang.
Mhm.
Most of the time when we have authors on and I'll be like, did this happen in real life? And they be like, no, it was just my imagination or it was loosely based off something. Not you been over here in the trenches
I'm over
with
here in
the
the
people
trip.
with the fake pregnancy test.
Yes,
Child,
girl. Yes, yes, yes.
no.
I still remember that
Oh
girl like it
my
was yesterday, baby.
goodness.
If I ran into her now, pop her in her head. Like seriously. Like it's crazy.
That is nuts. Oh my goodness. But listen, we live and we learn and we
We
get
do.
through.
We do. We do.
We get through it.
Mm-hmm.
So, for anyone who doesn't know, we are talking to author Lakaii Richardson. She is in our Facebook group. So, if you're on TikTok, you're not in the Facebook group, go on over to the Facebook group. You should be able to get right in. You'll be able to see her. But if you just on TikTok, you're just gonna be able to hear her because I'm not trying to do all that. technical stuff, trying to have on here and on here and on there. But anyway, so rearranged
Hmm.
3 years later. Was this already in the works? Or I mean, I know boundaries ended kind of like on a cliffhanger, but I know you had a lot of stuff going on. You were transitioning stuff like that. Had you already started this book, or did you start it after, you know?
I started Rearranged immediately after Boundaries. But I must admit, Rearranged, I probably like have like 6 different copies of Rearranged, 6 different stories. And the reason being is because I was just in such a crazy mental space till you, as I read back over some of the stuff, you could really see what I was going in. I was dealing with, and it was some of it was just a way too dark. Like, okay, that's not even. I don't even want that attached to my name. It was almost like a diary of sorts. You know what I mean? Every time I was in a mood, whether I was happy, sad, whatever, I just jumped on my computer and I'll write. And so when I'm going back through it, like it's almost like the story is pieced together from various parts of like I'm like I like this version, so I'm gonna add it to that version. You know what I'm saying? So it has been written for a long time. I wasn't in a place like every time I read over it, I was like, this ain't the one. And then I'll start over. And you know what I'm saying? And it's been 3 years in the making. I never actually stopped writing. I just was like in this place where it was just like, I don't know if another one will get published or not. If it do, then great. You know what I'm saying? And so what's crazy is I had been asking God, like, hey, put me in a place where I can feed my family with my talent. And so I had been asking and just praying about it, like make space, make room, whatever. And then um I kept saying, specifically, like I want to feed my family with my passion. You know what I'm saying? And so October last year, 15th October, almost a year, I got laid off. And my boss said, I hope you can find work that you're passionate about. Now, mind you, I never said I was never unpassionate. Like at the end of the day, a job is always going to be a means to an end anyway. So it's not like I lived and drank the job, you know what I'm saying? But I was good at what I did, you know what I mean? But me and him just never really just saw eye to eye, whatever. So when he laid me off and he used those words, I was like, God, is that you? You know what I'm saying? Like, let me
Right,
see.
right.
Let me see. So I was like, you know what? Let me dust this book off. And I talked to my hubby. I was like, listen, I just need some time. You know what I'm saying? Like, what you think? And he was like, I got your back. And so I just went ahead and got it together. And I've been writing ever since. Like, literally, I have so many projects right now.
Shout out
It's
to husband.
crazy.
Shout out to husband. Shout out to the
Absolutely.
husband. So amazing. Thank you for not taking us through. I mean, you took us through, but the way you talking, you was probably gonna have us out here shaking in
Yeah,
our
I
boots
did.
in the corner.
Listen, one day people always like, well, you should just put those out there, like in special book boxes or whatever. And I might, I don't know, you know what I'm saying? Because like I said, some of it, I ain't even gonna lie. Like I said, it's just so dark. It's like I couldn't even read back through it. Like, girl, what was going on? You know what I'm saying? And then I like to be creative and I like to keep people guessing from page to page. I don't want to, like I like to keep people on the edge of their seat. And so it was probably a little bit too edgy. Girl, we friends outside of here. I'll send you some stuff if you're interested. But I don't know if it'll
Okay.
ever get
Ah,
published. Yeah.
ah, ah, ah. Send it to me so I can be calling you
Girl, yeah.
crying.
See, that's what
Because
I'm saying.
boundaries took me
You're gonna
through.
have
The
to
first
be in
time
a
I read that, it took me through. Like that book, I had to like sit with it for a little while because there was Tia, baby. That hurt me.
which
That
one?
hurt me because boundaries.
Oh, okay.
I felt so bad for her.
For Tia?
She had just gone through not Tia. What was the girl name? The wife, Sasha, the one who was cheating? Who was Quentin wife?
Queen wife. Girl, why you put me on spot right? Oh,
Let me see. What was her wife? What was his wife
I got to think
name?
about
It
the
wasn't
characters.
Tia, because Tia something else. I
Taj
got
is
Tia
Ta-
on the
yeah,
Taj.
Taj is
I got
Queen wife.
Tia
I
on the
had to think
brain
about it
because
for a
she a
minute.
mess and rearranged. But
Yeah.
yeah, she had took me through. I just felt like really bad for her. A lot of it was just like,
Yeah.
and she was a good person. And
Mm-hmm.
it was just like you just let him like just take you through
Yeah.
and just like pretty much just destroy you. And it just hurt me. Like I just wanted her to get away from him. And she was trying.
Mm-hmm.
There was another piece of it, but that girl kept picking with her,
Yeah.
right?
Like literally. So
Yeah.
just
So
imagine
that's
living
boundaries.
through that, because in boundaries, Taj is more closely to my story than all of them. That's why I think, I don't know, a lot of people are always like, that one seems so realistic, and it's like, because I was writing from a place of truth. You know what I'm saying? Like, just even her emotions and the things that so just some background, like my baby daddy in a relationship, he actually, I don't know how, still don't know to this day, but he actually recorded himself on his voicemail. And so, back then, you trying to figure out, are you cheating? Are you doing this or whatever? And he was talking to his homeboy, you know what I'm saying? And I figured out his password was like 1234. Dumb, just dumb. And so I figured it out, you know what I'm saying? And I went on there and was listening to his voicemails, and he actually recorded himself. It was like maybe a 40-minute conversation between him, and then he talking about this girl that he just into and how he didn't want me anymore. It was so bad. So I had to have my best friend at that time listen to it and delete it, because it was really wrecking my brain. I kept going back and starting it over, starting it over, starting it over. And I was becoming obsessed with it, but I couldn't, it was hurting me so bad till I literally could not finish it. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, you gotta delete this, because otherwise I'm gonna drive myself crazy with it. So that's not of course the same story that she heard on there, but that was very painful for me. So like I said, I literally be thinking about, like I said, my stories write themselves. I don't come up with them. It's just like, oh, yep, I remember this situation. I need to still heal from it. Let me put it on the paper.
Wow. And that is good. That's how you know your writing was really good, because it did seem real. It was too real.
Hmm.
So I wouldn't have never thought that really happened in real life.
Hmm.
Like, who? Mm, mm, mm.
Yep.
Yes. Well, thank God for your strength. I
Man,
thank
listen,
God
thank
for
God
your
for my
strength.
growth. Thank God for everything. But you know what? Honestly, during those times, you don't understand why you're going through stuff. You know what I'm saying? You don't understand what it means. And definitely, you don't want the pain that's attached to it. But a lot of these experiences really molded me into the woman that I am today. You know what I'm saying? And so I can pick out a red flag, a narcissist, or everything in just a minute by you opening your mouth. Yep, that's not a good thing. And I feel like it's also helped me to help other people as well. You know what I'm saying? Since they've been going through things. And I've always asked that, like, God, if I got to go through something, let it be so that I can, if it's not for me, let it be so I can help somebody else. You know what I'm saying? Use me in that
Yes.
way. And unfortunately, I feel like he don't use me up. Okay, Lord, leave me alone now. You know what I'm saying? But it's I don't
Don't need
have
no more
many regrets.
trials.
No, leave me alone. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Leave
I
me
didn't put it
alone.
all out in these books. Okay, so rearranged. We got this one out. You got it. And man, at the like I said, at the boundaries, I was like, oh my goodness. So rearranged starts with this whole debacle of the fixing of the paternities. And if you all remember from boundaries, Taj went out in a blaze of glory, I guess you could say. And so now they're dealing with the aftermath of that,
Mhm.
particularly Tia, because she had a hand in this mess. And like you said, the girl at the doctor's office, you attached to this.
Mhm.
You it was a ripple effect, a domino effect of this happening. So you just as guilty as the woman with the gun to me,
Absolutely.
or whatever. So first of all, was it a clinic? Was it was they fixing DNA tests?
Now
Because now
that
you
that
got me scared to get a DNA test.
no, that was made up. This is just me being creative. That part was the creative. The only thing that was actually happening was just the documentation. It was like real ultrasound pictures. Like I'm talking about real ultrasound pictures with your name on them, with a whole growing baby in there. Like, and I'm assuming, I don't know how they did it, but that's me. It was just me being creative by saying that they switched the name on there, because it seems like that would be plausible. But no, as far as the DNA test, no, I can't accuse anybody of that. You know what I'm saying? But it was just the pregnancy
I'm
side. You know,
like,
your whole little welcome kit when you get from the doctor when you get pregnant, girl. All of it, like all of it. Yeah.
dang, it's
And
crazy.
the way I found out is because you left it in the mailbox. Yeah, you did. Yeah.
It's some crazy people out here, some sick
It's
people in this
it
world.
is.
So did
Absolutely.
you feel bad? I know you wrote her, but looking back, okay, Tia was a monster to me. Like I couldn't wait for somebody to get their hands on her, Sydney, Kennedy, anybody,
Mm-hmm.
somebody to show her what was up. But you did her so dirty and rearranged. You did her so dirty. Like I almost for like a split second was like, dang girl, or whatever. Kids gone, money gone, sitting in jail. Did you ever feel bad for her? Or did you feel like that was her karma?
I felt like it was her karma. I mean, because it's only so long that you're gonna be able to keep on doing dirt and not get nothing in return. You know what I'm saying? And so to me, I wanted to show like what greed does. You know what I'm saying? What karma does, because she played on everybody top. Like everybody, you was in the midst of the most messiest stuff when you could have been a stand up woman and just been there to support people. You just everything was about a grind with her. You know what I'm saying? So what generally happens to those type of people? They end up basically putting the boot in their own mouth. You know what I'm saying? So that was her. The funny part is somebody was like, they actually felt sorry for her. And I was like, really? I was surprised by that. They was like, you literally made me hate her and then made me feel sorry for her a couple books later. She was like, that's crazy. And I'm like, I didn't feel it. I actually enjoyed her baptism.
Right. You know what? Like just like a little bit, especially like at the end, like it was like everything that could go wrong for her went wrong for her, but she totally deserved it because not only did she play on people's top, not only was she just a very vindictive person, but she thrived off of it. It made her happy.
Happy. Right.
Like
Exactly.
that's demonic. It made
Mm-hmm.
her happy to make other people sad. It made her happy for other people to lose things and to feel bad. You know, so she definitely got everything that she deserved, but I guess she was in a vulnerable state.
Yeah.
And
Exactly.
by her being in that vulnerable state, it made her somewhat more human.
Yeah.
And I
Mhm.
guess you could feel bad because she was humanized a little bit in those moments,
And then
you
when you think
know.
about the reason, her motivation, it was really about her kids. She just wanted them to live a good life. And so as a mom, you can relate to that. You know what I'm saying? Like the trifle in this, that's just who she is as a person. But the underground dirt that she was doing, you was like, finally I can feed them. Finally, they don't have to wear hand-me-downs. Finally, we not on Section 8. You know what I'm saying? Finally, you know what I'm saying? And then it's like, but you just got too greedy. You know what I'm saying? And just dealt with the
And
wrong
she was
person.
balling out of control, baby. She
She
got her
was.
$300,000
Mhm. So it's gonna be so
She got
interesting. I know we're
all the
gonna,
money off the fake fraternity.
yeah, yes, it's gonna be so interesting to see what your thoughts are with this next book. I mean, because this is the finale. I'm done with you people. I'm done. I was actually trying to write a
When it
prequel.
ended on that cliffhanger, I was like, I know she ain't finna take me through some more of this. Because
Oh, I
these people
absolutely
is
am.
messy.
I absolutely am. But it's gonna be a wrap this time. No cliffhangers. You're gonna get everybody gonna be finalized. Everybody will be done. The name of the book
Okay.
is Endgame. And I've named it that because it's the
Okay.
end. Okay. So
It's the end.
it's the
Because we
end.
need to be let off this roller coaster, baby. I don't,
Hmm.
I'm not reading no more autobiographies because real life ain't got, baby. These fiction books ain't got nothing on real life.
Okay.
So we have Tia,
Mhm.
and then Rhonda just asked, is there a real Sydney?
Yeah, there is a real Sydney. So, ironically, the first book, On the Inside Looking Out, all of those characters were really a part of my personality type. So Sydney, actually, during that time, you know what I'm saying, when I wrote that book, I used to be a Sydney, you know what I'm saying? Like I grew up, I won't say in the slums, but definitely in the hood, you know what I'm saying? And so the women around me, they were very not polished people, you know, but I wanted to do something different. It was just something in me. I'm like, I nobody's telling me what to do, but you showing me all the things that I shouldn't do. So I used to be literally looking at other people that I admired and, wanted to carry myself a certain kind of way, wanted to be able to articulate my words a certain kind of way because I didn't like what my upbringing was. So as Sydney's character evolves, of course, it's more fiction than fact. But um, as far as the character, the creation of the character, all of them had a little bit to do with me. You know what I mean? Kennedy in the first book is all my story, and I just created other characters around. Tia is actually a real person as well. Like that, I literally built her character on somebody that was in my life that is totally what was in my life that was totally vindictive, like just a nasty person all the way around. So everybody there is to an extent somebody that I encountered in some kind of way and they made an impression that lasted.
Yeah, did you go get you some the link? What did she get? Duolingo for you to
Um,
learn how to speak proper
I absolutely
English.
didn't. I didn't. I didn't have to do that. I feel like I've always been pretty articulate, but I needed to throw something in there. Like, yeah.
Okay, so we got Tim, we got Sydney, so we know where she came from.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? I don't know how I feel about her, but before we get to her, so Mitch,
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking Mitch is finna be I can't stop thinking about Mitch the bitch.
Oh,
Thinking Mitch, I'm thinking he finna stay single because he just want his wife back that bad. I'm thinking he finna stay single. He finna get his life together. All this. No, baby. He done went and got him a woman. And not only did he go get him a woman, he went and got him a crazy one.
crazy woman, crazy. Mitch need to heal. You just keep on attracting the
No,
people.
Aspen needs to go see them people
She do. She do.
in the white room.
Yeah.
He needs to go see them
Aspen broken,
people.
baby.
So no, but I'm like, okay, so Mitch was Kennedy's husband. If y'all don't remember from the first book, remember he the one who got the girl pregnant with the twins and all this and that, whatever, took on the cruise and crazy shit. Um, it seems like he attracts those type of women
Mhm.
from Kennedy who had a mental health issue and it was pretty serious. And now you have Aspen with the same type of issue. Why?
Because I just
Why are he
believe that
attracting these women?
because I feel like you attract what you are, what you have. I mean, like he doesn't have a display of like I'm not writing him, it's not clear that he has his own mental stuff or whatever. But if you think about his character, you know what I'm saying? You think about how he always looking at everybody like they insecure. Most people that feel like everybody around them insecure got some on their own. Some has been created from a certain place. You know what I'm saying? Like I always tell people all the time, like you need to look at your upbringing. We be talking about the last relationship, the last girlfriend. No, you need to be thinking about what happened in that household because that's where it all stems from. You know what I'm saying?
The mamas and
And
the daddies.
exactly. So then if you think about his brother and his mom character and how they are, like I'm building a whole scenario without necessarily saying it. So he's attracting what he's
Mm,
putting out there. You know what I'm saying? That's why he attracts certain type of things because at the end of the day, he's broken. You know what I'm saying? Like so, if you can think about yourself, I don't know about your dating history or whatever, but I know when I've been in my happier times, I've met my hubby and we was on a vibe. But when I wasn't really loving on myself, doing whatever, I kept attracting people who only added angst to that person. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm kind of trying to
mm-hmm,
convey without actually saying it. If you want to put it in a
mm-hmm. Hey, that makes
psycho
sense.
sense. Yeah.
That makes sense. That makes sense. Cause I'm like, what the fuck? He is
Hmm.
fine. I mean, even Sydney. Like, you know, like, sir, he need to go see somebody because you
Hmm.
not doing right. You're not doing good. Which Kennedy was a good woman,
Hmm.
but she still had her issues, and he didn't even really know that
Yeah.
she was dealing with the stuff that she was dealing with. Like, what kind of husband are you? You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So you have Mitch. I wanted to touch on that why he kept attracting them crazy women.
Hmm.
And then Kennedy then dipped back when you first started writing, I'm like, oh, she got her groove back. She got her. Man, I was so happy for her. And then her this nigga, oh, it's Ryan, the baby daddy.
Girl.
Like, oh, hell no.
Girl. So it's
And
so
he
funny because
in
my
love.
friend and that did not happen. Let me be clear. Did not double back. Okay. Never.
And she said, y'all ain't put that on me.
Not me, not that time. No, no. Like seriously. But I just thought that it would be interesting because oftentimes for me, you kind of do double back to what you're familiar with, especially when you've been broken. You can go back to somebody who they know everything. You can trust them in a certain sense because you can trust them to do and be who exactly they are, and it's just a sense of safety. So that's why I created that whole little arc. But that is definitely fiction. Okay.
And that is not real.
Right, not at all.
Well, I'm glad
No.
you trying to take your butt back to Ryan because that was a mess. Again, in the first couple books, you like, he a bum, right?
Mhm. Mhm.
But you even humanized him in
Mm-hmm.
this book. Like he has feelings,
Mm-hmm.
you know, even though in the first two books he out here beating babies out of people. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? Stuff like that, and just a cheater and all that. You humanized him a little bit in this book because he's like in love with Kennedy, and all she wants is some dick. You know
Right. That's
what
it. That's all
I'm
I'm here
saying?
for.
That was it, and she was going about her business. He was like, "I'm not a piece of meat." Like, treat me like I ain't shit. So you kind of humanized him too. So that the writing was good because I when he was talking to his son and he was like, you know what you think about us being together, and that son was like, sir, she don't like you.
Right. No, it's never gonna work. It's never
She
gonna
don't
work.
like you like that. You
Right.
know, I felt bad for him. Like, damn, you had to have your son tell you that. Baby, them
Right.
kids gonna tell you the truth every
They gonna
single
tell you the truth
time.
every time. Every time.
Every single time. So we got Tia, she dealing with the aftermath of all her BS. You
Mm-hmm.
got Mitch, he dealing with the aftermath of all his BS. One thing that I did not understand is Kennedy wanting Mitch back
Mm.
or still having like those feelings for him. I know she didn't want to leave him, right? I know she didn't want to leave him per se. She just felt like she couldn't do it with the babies and all that.
Mm-hmm.
But after she was free, it was still almost like she was in attached to him, in bondage to him.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not gonna say I wasn't feeling it. I guess I understand it, but I just didn't expect it
Gotcha.
that she would
Exactly.
still be having like those types of feelings for him, like you know, we could, you know, and now he got the kids, and now he done went and got him another woman and all that. Girl,
Right.
move
But
along.
Kenny
Which I
just
know it's easier said than
said that. That's what
done,
I was just going to say. Because
but
at the end of the day, if you think about it from a realistic standpoint, you want that person to fight for you. Like he needed to do more. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, you bought her the house. Yeah, you did whatever. But it was like I said, I don't want to do it, and you like, oh, okay, well, I'm just gonna throw in the towel. And after you've been married to somebody or whatever, so it was that she was missing. Like, how you just moving on with your life? I'm on pause. You know what I'm saying? Thinking, and you moving on. So of course, in addition to that, it's like she in a lane where she's thinking that her marriage was perfect, everything is going well, and then suddenly that's just ripped from under you. How you process those feelings within a year's time and be like, okay, I'm just gonna be over it. So that's where I was with her. You know what I'm saying? Like you, realistically speaking, if me and my hubby were to divorce today, a year from now, I'm not gonna be over it. I'm probably still gonna want him. You know what I'm saying? Unless the divorce is like, especially if it's under those type of
right,
terms. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't finished loving you.
right,
You weren't finished loving me. You did something that we just couldn't walk back from. You know what I mean?
right.
So yeah.
Girl. Okay, so then we got Christopher and we got Caleb.
Mm-hmm.
They pissed me off.
Why they piss
Both
you
of them.
off?
Because I cannot believe that he took her back. I
Mm,
can't I did not feel bad for him because okay, first of all, in the comments, do y'all feel like did y'all feel bad for him the way that she was treating him? Right? Because I felt like if somebody is capable of doing what she did, they can't be trusted.
right.
Like, why would you want to be with somebody like that? You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, and feel like you finna get ready to make a life with them. So you already know who she is. You
Right.
already know what she owned. Not only did she do it to you, she played Kennedy dirty too.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. Did you feel bad for Christopher?
Are you asking me?
Yeah.
Oh, um, yeah, I do. I feel my heart goes out to Chris because I feel like I've even been in a situation where, like, he was in love with the person that he knew before. You know what I'm saying? And he wanted to work his way back to that person. So you get in a situation where you just like, this is what I remember. This is the person that I didn't want to let go of. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think he just could accept the fact that this bitch is just trifling. Like this is who she is. You know what I'm saying? Like, and so I did feel a little bit bad for him. I did, and I want him
Yeah,
to.
he
I
was.
needed Chris to win. So.
I did too. I need him to
Hmm.
win. he needed, well, not Aspen, but I wanted him to have him another person and just take care of his son because she was just like a little dirty dog. And I see what you was trying to do with her. Like, oh, she never really get to leave her life. She been living her life for everybody else. No, you're selfish.
She's very
You're
selfish. She's
selfish.
absolutely selfish.
And I mean, just like everything, she was just so selfish with that. And so I don't know. It was hard for me to feel bad for him because this what you signed up for.
Yeah.
I can understand she wanted that baby to be her husband's.
Hmm.
I can even understand her lying about that baby being her husband. But fixing a pregnancy, a DNA test,
Yeah.
and that and you and everybody can look at that baby and tell that that baby is his
Everybody except him,
girl.
clearly.
He knew that was his baby. That's why he kept pressing her about it.
No, 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 not Chris. I'm talking about Eric. Because if you remember Eric,
Oh
he
yeah,
he had to go through that whole little thing to be able to figure out, like, and this baby live under your roof. You know what I'm saying? But
right.
people definitely wear rose-colored glasses for sure.
Oh, we gonna find out who Sydney baby that is.
Yes, you are, and I think that it's gonna be a shock to you when you do.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm with you. I don't know if it's gonna be a shot. I don't know. I don't know. Oh, we gonna find out who Sydney baby that is. That was you gave us some hints, but after so long and after he got the kids and she dropped the kids off at the house and all this, they come to terms with them was his kids.
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
And then for it to come back around like that, but what was even crazier is she didn't even have a hand in that, or did she?
She didn't. She didn't. She honestly
Okay,
didn't.
she
Mm-mm.
didn't.
Mm-mm.
Okay, I was
And
about
I
to
give you kind
say,
of a hint in
oh,
on the inside wanting out because when Dr. Young was trying to talk to Mitch or whatever, and he the attitude that she had towards him and all those type of things. So, it's like a little build up there, but she honestly did not know that this was going on.
she didn't know.
No.
Okay, because I'm like, girl,
Yeah, I could have teamed up.
child. Okay, so Tia kids. Let me go back to
Mhm.
that. Tia's children. That daughter, she gonna need her own book.
Right, Keisha.
Yes, baby,
What
because
you
that
want to
baby
know?
was grown. She was
Yes.
going in there getting the money up under the mattress.
Yes.
She
But she got a hood mama. She done told her, this is what you gotta do. You the oldest. You know how that go.
like, the money over here, this what you got to do. This what my mama told me. She was
Yes.
a little baby, and she was like, she seemed more mature than Sydney.
Right. Right.
Child, let me see. We need to know who that baby daddy is. I
You, you gonna get to
sure
know. You'll know. And the funny part about it is I'm literally was just reading over these people because I'm still in
Mhm.
this space. I feel like every time I get ready to publish another book, I always get stuck like press in and not press. You know what I'm saying? And it's just me. It's just me. You start dealing with imposter syndrome. You trying to make sure you wrapped everything up, that everything makes sense. You know what I mean? And I was like, I just hope that it's believable. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like the way that
Mhm.
I wrote it, it'll do its job. But I'm just hoping.
Did good with this. You did
Thank
good with this series. It was good. It was good. It's
you.
entertaining and it's a lot of stuff happening up in here. So we're gonna end this out with Blake.
Okay.
I feel like Blake is like a non-factor. I don't know. It's
Mhm.
like she trying to squeeze her way in so bad,
Mhm.
but really she you know how people be having the Real Housewives, right? And they be like, her storyline is boring, or her story she ain't really got no storyline. Feeling about Blake, like
Really.
girl, get a grip on what you got going on because she another one that's attracting the crazies.
Mhm. She attract abuse, the crazy is. You know what I'm saying? Like, but she just it's all for the sake of love. She just don't want to be alone.
She
She
just
needs
want to be in
somebody.
love so
Yeah,
bad.
exactly. And that's the true character as well. Like it's just I don't give a damn what you say to her. what's your experience? You just keep going to do the same thing over and over again. And so when she read, because I always like, especially with people that I'm writing about now, I'm like, hey, let me get your approval because I want you to know you. This is how you see me. Absolutely. She was like,
Now
I'm bad at
Blake
you.
is a real
Absolutely. Yeah,
person
Blake is. Yeah.
too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, jeez.
So like literally, I'm like, you need to see yourself from my lens. And she's just like, I got to work on it. But literally, like, of course, every single last thing is not the truth. But of course, a lot of it is exaggerated. But at the same time, just that characteristic of jumping from one person to the next person, looking for the same thing, keep missing all the red flags, like just over and it's almost like, did you not learn anything? You know what I'm saying? So yeah, she's definitely real.
Child, I don't know. Grant was finna send them on vacation. They
Girl.
didn't appreciate her vacations enough. I might have had to keep him at arm's length. Just don't let him run no further.
Right.
Just don't give him no match or no life.
Right. No
He was
gasoline.
finna leave with our whole crew to go on vacation.
Yeah, like seriously.
I'll let him rap. But we gonna see what happened with that. And then Kennedy got, she was gonna get fired from practicing, but she's still in the game. So she caught the brunt end of Grant's craziness
Hmm.
and his stuff. So now we don't know what's finna happen with Kennedy. But I do think her and Mitch is gonna get back together because they both still feeling each other.
Hmm.
Mitch need to go to therapy.
Right.
He need to get his life together. His mama wasn't a bad mama.
His
She
mama is
wasn't.
very overbearing. She step all over the place. I mean, like she's very bold. She has so many opinions. Like she that mom that's like, I just wonder what it was like growing up with you and all your opinions and you always being in my business and me not being able to stand up for myself. Like his mom, if you think about it, she wasn't that good. She
Right,
honest,
right, right,
she
right,
thorough.
right.
You know what I'm saying?
It's
Like you can trust her to tell her the truth, but I mean, that's a lot of aggression coming from a woman. And
mm-hmm.
then to
I
make your
hear you.
sons feel like they can't feel or have a word, like, come on, growing up with her. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Sure. Who mom is that? Go ahead and call them out. No, I'm just
You trying to get me in trouble? We just gonna
go
call her Miss
ahead and
Ann.
call
We gonna
them
call her
out.
Miss Ann.
Okay, so when we wrapping this up?
You said what?
When we wrapping this up?
I haven't come up with a date, but November. Everything is already done. It's been edited. The book cover's already made. Everything is already in function. I just gotta upload and order.
So by
Um,
Christmas.
it's definitely before Christmas. I'm thinking I want to do like, because like in November, that's when people start going on vacations, being around family, doing all those type of things. For me, I love to read around the holidays because that's when I have a chance to slow down. So I'm thinking mid November probably. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But
Okay.
I still got to come up with a date. It got to happen quick though. Because we already October tomorrow. Like seriously. So um yeah,
Right.
it's gonna be November though. I gotta leave. I gotta leave this series in this year.
Okay.
I got so much other stuff that I'm excited to put out, and I just gotta leave these characters alone. They gotta stay in 2025. Yes, baby.
Are you working on something else now?
Hold on 1 second. You said what?
Okay.
Okay.
Oh yeah, on TikTok.
All right. I love you. It is time for you to go to bed, Harley. You should have been in bed a long time ago. What time is it? It's 9:21. You got 9 more minutes. But I'm not finished with my interview yet, so you got 9 minutes. Go make the best of them. All right. I will for sure. Okay. All right. Sorry about that. I probably should have put y'all on
Yeah,
mute. But
right.
like I was saying, I gotta leave this series here because I am working on other stuff. My next project is gonna be Mommy's Ladies, Daddy's Maybes. Um, and so yeah, it's I haven't summarized it in my I'm actually almost done writing it, but I haven't summarized it in my head to be able to explain to you exactly how I want to position it. So come back for more. We don't want to jump too far ahead either because Endgame has to get there first. But I plan to release that in February of next year. I'm also working on what will be
Is
my
it gonna
first.
be light?
Absolutely not. No. Why would it
It's,
be? Why would it be? Do I ever write anything like?
we need some love in February. We need some love.
Mm. Yeah,
He
you gonna
said you gonna have
absolutely
to find that somewhere else.
no, you're gonna get some love. It's definitely a diss. So it's based on these sisters who has they share a deadbeat dad, and they have strong women figures in their life or whatever. But they're going through a lot of things, so you're gonna feel a love on a different way. Some of them are married, some of them aren't. But it's you'll get your feels, but it's not just gonna be a love story. Actually, this probably
Mm-hmm.
won't even fit. It'll probably just be categorized as women fiction. I don't even think that it'll make romance at all. So urban women fiction would probably
Mm-hmm.
be what it
Oh,
is.
no,
Um,
I'm an urban girl. I'm just talking.
yeah, so it's not gonna give you
Yes,
the
honey.
love. I'm sorry, that's just not who I am. Like I said, I didn't
Listen,
ask for
I'm
it.
gonna
I
be reading.
just yes, I think you'll be. I'm excited. I'm excited to introduce these characters. I'm not sure right now if it's going to be a series or it'll just be my first standalone. I'm not sure. Because when I get into these people and I start creating these people and I develop this relationship with these people in my head, it'd be hard for me to let them go. When I finished Endgame, I actually cried. Like I literally cried. And then I tried to find ways to just not let go. I was thinking about writing a prequel, and I think I still will because people have a lot of questions about Kennedy's upbringing, her and Ryan's relationship when they was growing up, the abuse that she dealt with her mom. You know what I'm saying? And I could definitely tell that story. Um, so I'm on the fence. I was gonna try to get it done
Mhm.
by the beginning of next year so I could just sell it as a exclusive at book events or whatever. But I don't know. I don't know. Because I kind of want to just take the rest of the year and just chill for a second. Um so yeah, it's when I get into these characters, it's hard for me to let them go. I'm like, I want to continue their story, you know what I'm saying? So we'll see. We'll see.
So we got that coming out November, then we got that in February. Speaking of book events, I saw you on the roster. Where
Yes,
you
I
gonna be at next year?
So I'll be in Florence, South Carolina, and Love in the Carolinas in January. I want to say the 16th through the 18th. In February, I'll be on the Boozy Book Tour in Las Vegas, and then in April, I'll be in Dallas, Texas, at Black Girls Who Read Summit. So that's all so far. Hopefully, there'll be others. Um, the Black Romance Festival, they didn't want me. They declined me, but I'm gonna get there one day. And it's like, dang, that's the one that's in
They
Georgia.
declined a lot of people, but then you gonna be up there.
Yeah,
You gonna be up there. You gonna be once people get hip. Once
right.
they get hip and they get on,
Yeah,
you gonna be one there. But that's good. I'm glad you're gonna be at some of those places next year. That's gonna be cool. But yes, if
absolutely.
y'all have not read Lakia Richardson's work, you need to read it. It is so
Please.
good, and we appreciate you so much. Facebook, to make after we get a sheet off, so stay on with me. But I appreciate you for coming on. I'm glad to
Absolutely.
see you. I'm glad to see that you back working and you
Yes.
back putting these books out. I'm excited about that. And you'll
Yes.
be back. We probably gonna have to talk about these sisters.
We gonna definitely need to talk about them. And then I think you're gonna have an attitude. You're gonna have a lot of emotions after you finish Endgame. So I expect to be back in a couple, maybe by the beginning of the year. But I also did want to mention for my Audible readers, book 1 and 2 are on Audible. Book 4, which is Rearranged, is actually getting ready to be on Audible shortly. I'm still waiting on the files. And then she's gonna double back and go and read Boundaries. So all of them will be read as well. But we were trying to get Rearranged out sooner, and because it released in the summer, so we were like, let's just work on these first, and then we'll go back and do Boundaries. Now that it's taken a little time, I wish we would have just did it in order, but nonetheless, it'll be there. And y'all already know it came eats down every time, like every time. So I'm like, I can't wait to like you read this book, but when you listen to it, it's like it's a whole nother experience. Like it really is. So I'm excited about that as well. Yeah.
Good. So good. I'm so happy for you.
Thank you, love.
So I guess you're gonna be back before the year is out.
Yes,
And I'm
just
excited
let
to
me know
see
when
what
you're
else
ready.
you got coming out.
Absolutely. And I'm gonna
Oh
get you some of them
yeah.
chapters. You got
But
just
thank
remind me.
you.
Absolutely. No, no problem. Thank you for
Okay.
inviting me. I always
Okay.
love talking to you. I always love showing
No
up here. I'm
problem.
so proud to see that you still doing it. Yes. I definitely want to know where everybody else is though. I talked to Patrice, but um I forget what's her name? Your other partner.
Corey.
Corey, yes. So
LaCorey.
yes, tell her I said hello when you speak to her. Um, but
Yes.
I'm excited to see your face still here years later. So thank you for the opportunity and always invite me back. You know, I enjoy talking to you.
Thank you. But yes. I definitely will have you back, and I thank you for coming on tonight. And I'm gonna stay on because I'm gonna tell them what we got lined up for October. But
Okay.
thank you. Oh, tell the people where they can find you.
I am mostly on Instagram and TikTok at author Lakia. Um, my website is lakiarichardson.com. I'm there. I also have a YouTube station. I'm not sure if you knew that or not, but it's called The
Mhm.
Riches. It's with me and my hubby. And so all of my links are linked in my social pages. Where else am I? At home? That's it. So yeah. Oh, somebody just asked me,
That
will
on YouTube. I'm gonna have to check that out.
yeah, I'll send you the link so you can check it out. It's family stuff, but me and my hubby actually we're working on this our own little podcast kind of thing. It's called Deep Cuts with the Riches, where we've been together for 21 years total, married for 17, and we're just talking about our experiences being married so young and growing up together, basically. So that's been pretty good lately. So I'll drop the link so you can check it out when you get a chance. And somebody just asked me where would they can go and watch this after it's done. Like, what did you record it or?
Um, yes, it's on all. It's going to be on all the podcasts, so like Apple Podcasts, Spotify, all of those, and then YouTube.
Okay, perfect. I'll let them know.
Yeah.
So thank you. Go ahead and get to your bookies. And we will be
Okay.
back. Thank you.
All right. Bye bye.
See y'all
Thank
later.
you.
All right, bye
Okay,
bye.
y'all. So this is our last episode for this month for September. So next week I will be off. Okay. And then October is my birthday month. And so I want to talk about life. So October is going to be all about autobiographies, all about life. So I've been reading. If you've been in a group and you've been following, I've been reading a lot of autobiography. So we're gonna talk about God Terry. I can't think his last name, but he on Beauty and Black, I think. We're gonna read his autobiography. That was good. It was funny. It's some triggering stuff going on in there, but we're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about Tina Knowles' book, and we're going to talk about Tina Knowles' book. I can't think of what hers is called, but in Viola Davis, Finding Me by Viola Davis. So I'll be sending out newsletter. It'll have all the books in there with links to all the audibles or the books. And then so yeah, that's what we're talking about in October. And I am going to be out in November. I have to have surgery. I am having a hysterectomy. And so I will be out for the entire month of November. So I'll try to figure out something that keep us occupied into December. If anybody want to come on and guest host, you're more than welcome. If you want to come on and talk about books and stuff like that. But yes, I have to have surgery at the end of October, so I'll be out all of November. October, we talking about autobiographies. And I had said something else before that. So yes, that's what we about to have going on over here at the Black Girl Book Club podcast. So stay on the lookout for the newsletter, and it'll have all that information in there with links and stuff like that. But I look forward to seeing you guys in October, and I look forward to talk. I got a lot to say about these autobiographies, baby, because these fiction books ain't got nothing on these real people lives, child, because they was going through in all these books. So I'm excited to talk about that. And I will see you guys in October. But I love you. And I thank you guys for joining me tonight. And Lakia is a whole vibe, ain't she, y'all? Baby. When she was telling me how will people sign up to guest host, that'll be in a newsletter. So get you a book that you want to talk about and come on. and guest host if you want to. It'll be in a newsletter. You can sign up in the newsletter, and I'll probably post it in here too in the Facebook group. So yeah, that's what we're gonna be having going on. And I appreciate you guys, and I will see you in October. So the Black Girl Book Club podcast, the Black Girl Book Club podcast. Hey, I'll see y'all in October. Bye. Bye. TikTok, thanks for joining me. Holler at ya.